Meghan Markle's new Netflix series, the show titled With Love, Meghan.
I'm not a fan of Meghan.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan, and I wasn't right from the beginning.
Same
I think
to
poor
you.
Harry is being led around by his nose.
The lavish estate in California includes lifestyle tips on cooking, gardening, and crafting, delivered with Meghan's signature charm.
Now that we're officially in 2025, it's becoming impossible to ignore the fact that more and more public figures, celebrities, and even politicians are finally calling out Meghan Markle for who she truly is. The carefully curated image she's tried to maintain for years is crumbling before our eyes, and it's exposing her in ways we've never seen before. First, we had Donald Trump putting her on blast all over social media, and now, Ricky Gervais has stepped into the ring. And let's be real, when Ricky goes after someone, it's game over. This is the man who has made a career out of eviscerating Hollywood's hypocrisy, and now he's set his sights on Meghan Markle. That should tell you everything. Meghan has her hands full right now with Invictus, which, let's be honest, she has absolutely no business being involved with.
It was Meghan making a speech, which was unprompted actually, that she stood up and she was talking about how dedicated he's been, and we know this.
And then there's the Netflix drama, because of course there's always Netflix drama when Meghan Markle is involved. But the real kicker? Meghan is facing an unprecedented level of rejection. We are witnessing, in real time, the world collectively rejecting her desperate attempts to stay relevant. Case in point, Netflix's With Love, Meghan. What an absolute disaster. This train wreck of a project has been getting rejected left and right, not just by audiences but by the Netflix executives themselves. The very people who once bent over backward to accommodate her are now in full-blown panic mode, scrambling to figure out how to deal with the fallout. And let's not pretend this is all Meghan's fault, even though a large chunk of it is. Netflix is also driving people away with their ridiculous price hikes. People aren't just unsubscribing because of Meghan Markle, they're also fed up with Netflix bleeding them dry. But I digress. The bottom line is that Meghan Markle's Netflix drama is now spreading throughout Hollywood like a virus, infecting every corner of the industry. And then comes Ricky Gervais, who, in classic Ricky fashion, just obliterates her with the kind of brutal honesty we've all been waiting for. Here's what he had to say. "I don't know what's worse.
All my life. It's not till now I just go, why do we trust them? Of course we shouldn't trust the people in charge. That's how they're in charge."
Celebrities who think they're divine beings meant to be worshipped, or people like Meghan Markle, who are desperately trying to become one but failing miserably every single time. The problem with Meghan is that she still hasn't figured out that nobody, and I mean nobody, worships celebrities anymore in 2025. You can cling to your royal connections all you want, but when you lack talent and passion for your work, it's not going to end well for you. And he's absolutely right. Just look at the With Love Meghan trailer. That thing is a flaming dumpster fire. Have these people learned nothing? Did Netflix really think Americans, or people in the UK for that matter, would waste their time on something so lifeless, so soulless? It's the entertainment equivalent of hot dog water. Tasteless, pointless, and straight up nasty. There is no heart to it, no spirit. And let's be honest, nobody wants to watch Meghan Markle cooking, playing with bees, or whatever the hell she thinks people care about. We're over it. Ricky nailed it when he said, "I'm tired of these celebrities, especially in Hollywood, thinking their opinions are the gospel truth. Do your job, act, go home to your mansions, and shut up." But Meghan, she had a minor role on Suits, and suddenly thinks she belongs in Hollywood. Sorry, sweetheart, but your 15 minutes of fame are up.
So vocal about it.
Right.
That's a huge chunk of it. You're not just voting for a woman if it's Hillary just because she's a woman, but certainly because Trump has made it easy to...
Nobody in the film or TV industry wants you around anymore. And here's the real issue. These celebrities, especially Meghan, don't care about losing fans. They'll do whatever it takes to cling to relevance, no matter how desperate and embarrassing it gets. And that's exactly what's happening with Love, Meghan. Not only is the show a total disaster, but Meghan is getting slammed left and right. First, it was Donald Trump exposing her for the fraud she is, and now Ricky Gervais is taking a sledgehammer to what little credibility she had left. And let's not forget Netflix itself. Oh, how the tides have turned. This is the same company that once put Meghan on a pedestal, and now they're scrambling to figure out what to do with this disaster of a show. The Netflix board is filled with stubborn executives who refuse to admit they made a mistake. But it's too late now. They've sunk too much money into this, and at this point, they can't just cancel it. So instead, they're bracing for impact because they know it's going to bomb. Ricky Gervais wrapped up his rant with something that everyone needs to hear. We need to stop focusing on celebrities like Meghan Markle and start paying attention to people who actually contribute to society. Doctors, nurses, construction workers, teachers. Those are the people we should be looking up to, not some failed actress playing pretend both in Hollywood and in real life. And he's right. It's time we stop glorifying these self-obsessed celebrities who add nothing of value to the world. Ricky Gervais knows his lane. He's a comedian, and he sticks to what he's good at. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle is out here flailing, desperately trying to convince the world that she belongs in an industry that has already rejected her. And let's not forget the bigger picture here. Hollywood itself is done with Meghan. Studios are cutting ties, and even Universal Studios, which once considered her for projects, is backing out. She was supposed to be part of a commercial for the new Epic Universe theme park, but even that got scrapped. Her career is circling the drain, and at this rate, with Love Meghan, could very well be the final nail in the coffin for whatever little relevancy she had left. But mark my words, this is only the beginning. Ricky Gervais isn't done yet. With the Oscars coming up, and Hollywood continuing its downward spiral into DEI nonsense, just look at Emilia Perez and its 13 nominations. We're about to see an even bigger backlash. The 2025 Oscars are going to be an absolute disaster, and people are already boycotting it in record numbers.